No. And he's a pirate. And a clown. That's creepy. I don't like it. Take it off.
No clown.
And a
No
princess.
clowns. I'm working on my product placement right now.
Yeah. Oh, we better hurry that product placement up because we are live. I win.
Yeah,
We're going in.
I saw it.
We're gonna keep ending on the line. I'm not even mad. There's a cake.
I can't even move the cake. This is so stupid.
How'd you get cake?
I pressed the cake button.
There's a cake button. Hey, there's a cake button.
Yeah, cake button. You know what happens with cake button? Profit.
Okay, now blow the candle out.
Taking that off.
Oh, it's a Game Boy.
Anyway.
I'm so proud.
So nice, you guys. Fantastic. Okay. So we are live. Rated M for Mature. Another podcast. What's going on, everybody? Matt Ram here with my two favorite cohorts, Andy Man.
What up, y'all?
And Phil. Stop. Phil. I can't, Phil. Anyway.
Literally can't even.
Did you just dab? Did you? Why?
No,
Yeah, never mind.
Please. Oh, please, God, no.
He did.
Oh,
he
dear
did.
Jesus.
He done dabbed.
Oh, dear Jesus.
So,
let me adjust my camera. There we go.
Adjust with you with the laughs. The laughs on the side.
Yeah, you ain't seen my Bill Murray, my last Bill Murray poster?
Get myself all pretty and stuffs. Anyway.
Where's your makeup?
Yeah, we're not. No. So.
No, we're not. No.
So this episode here, basically, we're going to be talking about, since the Game of the Year show went down, 2 weeks back?
2 weeks back,
last week? Yeah, 2 weeks back. We weren't too convinced on how well that actually panned out and how well it turned out. We didn't like some of the pretty much, Phil. It's a visual exemplification of what we felt about it. So we decided that we were going to go ahead and do our own. We're going to do our own Game of the Year. We're going to speak on, what we think should be and shouldn't be nominated. Pretty much this entire episode here is just going to be based on kind of like the rules of this of how we're going to do this show, because this is not going to be tonight. This the Game of the Year is not tonight. This is going to be at least 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, looking at December 30th, right before New Year's Eve, when everyone's sitting at home not doing anything anyways.
So
my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Not even mad.
Nope.
So we're very much going to be focusing on just how we're going to put this, what qualifies. Obviously, whatever games that came out this year is going to be what we're going to speak on, which are going to be counted. Things that aren't going to count, as far from what I've come across and what we were looking at as far as Game of the Year is concerned, is games that have came out last year on a different platform and released again on another platform. Those type of things don't necessarily count as a 2016 game release, just because they've been out for a while. We have put stipulations as far as anniversary editions.
Stipulations, not stimulations.
What'd I say?
Stimulations.
I know what I said.
Where is your mind, Matthew?
Wherever I want it to be. But anniversaries are going to be okay. Mainly just because most anniversaries that come out usually generally have more content and are usually released on the remaining consoles that they should have been released on in the first place.
We may even want to consider having a separate genre for re-releases, just to put them in their own separate category, just to make it easy, so that they're all playing on a level playing field.
Well, I feel that would be more or less the honorable mentions.
Yeah, I'm okay
type
with
of
that.
thing.
Yeah.
So we're looking at one of the main stipulations. Obviously, one of us has to have played the game. So that's the first thing. We can't just go and say, "Oh, My Little Pony was the best game ever," and none of us ever even touched it. By the way, that's not a game where we don't play that. Not like it's anything bad.
No.
It's not like it's anything bad. That's just not a game that we even know exists. So, so all the the brony community, don't hate us. My Little Pony is cool, what have you, but yeah, we don't
just
play
not
it.
Here. Cool for y'all. That's cool for y'all, but that's not how we do. But it's cool,
right?
Just not for us. Okay.
Right. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing. That's like mainly going to be the important thing. That one of us has at least played the game, or so it kind of makes it again moot to say, yeah, this is nominated. That's pretty much what I got as far as that rules. Phil, I know you had some other thoughts on what would go into the show, what would make it good, what would make it great, wouldn't the in and out type of thing.
In and out.
That's what a hamburger is all about.
Forgive me. I think it's gonna have to encompass a lot of things. How fun it was. You know, it can't be a shit game, even though it's pretty.
So Watch Dogs 2 is out.
Wow, that's fired.
Of course, visual impact, how well the game looked. Story and replay value. It's all about replay value. That made $60 goddamn game last week.
Got some wind on your side, Phil. I'm not even sure how that's even possible.
That was a motorcycle out the window. I'm pretty good.
We're still running from the cops over here.
Yeah, they're still after you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have a sound effect for
that. That's fine. We don't need that sound effect.
Yeah, those are the main categories: is graphics, fun factor, replayability, and story.
Right. So, let's see. Okay, so graphics, replayability, or just are you talking about just the smooth play of it, or if it's like you could that's something that can be played over and over?
Yeah, something that can be played over and over again without feeling too stale.
Okay. So we're looking at story, replayability, the visual look, or the artistic look to it. That should also include not just the visuals, but the sound, music, background music, things like that. And then we're going to be looking at
how fun it was.
Yeah, the fun factor. Every game needs a fun factor.
Well, if it's not fun, then why the hell are you playing it? I mean,
exactly.
Because you're a tester.
Okay, that's fair. But I mean, then you're paid for it, and that's a different conversation. This ain't about you because you play whatever you told you're playing. So you have no opinion. I think that one of the rules, either one of the rules or one of the genres, should be multiplayer, because there's a lot of games and there's so much focus on multiplayer. I think that there should be either a separate category, or that just needs to be one of the things that we are grading specifically on is the quality of the multiplayer. I think that really, really matters.
And I guess they also be looking at like what multiplayer is, as opposed to how we were talking about, so people know it's not just like local type of thing. We're talking about the online scene of things, because that's where pretty much most multiplayer is been at in the last, for this entire year. Everything's been online multiplayer.
Several years, really.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that fall into replay value?
Not necessarily. I consider replay value in story mode only. Multiplayer I wouldn't really consider multiplayer something that's replayability, because they're treated as completely separate entities. Yeah,
because if a game was one and done through story and it was a great story, I wouldn't have replay value because I don't want to go through the story again.
Yeah, because the story's already been. Yeah, because you already did the story. You already know what's going to happen. So you're like, okay, here's that.
Like, say I could take my character that I played in the story and bring it to someone's game multiplayer online as co-op. That'd be cool,
Yeah,
it would be cool, but you would also be one of the only games that does that, because I don't know of any game that allows the ability to create a character or even a character within the game and move that character online. I don't know.
Well, this is just a hypothetical situation.
Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 allows you to do that.
So we add in a multiplayer aspect to a single player game so it has replay value.
Yeah.
So it's something that's included in replay, so that way you'd want to, give more value to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the replay value, at least the way I'm thinking of it, is that it's not just focused on one mode in particular. It's like the entire encompassing of the game itself that makes people want to play it again. I mean, look at like the Mario Brothers series in general, how the game's been the same for over a decade, and people have yet to actually stop playing it. There's people right now on Twitch playing Super Mario Brothers 1 just because of the replay value, and that, well, obviously they're speedrunners, but I'm just saying that there's more to it than just one mode. It has to be like encompassing the entire game as a full package, not just one element of it. Because then, if that be the case, then Street Fighter sucks.
There's no really replay value for it. It's just based on matching and finding a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be the multiplayer aspect to it, and not necessarily replay at that point. But other games like Division, it has replay value in its multiplayer because once you finish, which is basically a single player story mode,
in 4.5 hours.
Stuff. Yeah,
oh.
You can do with other stuff.
Looks like we got Jeff is in the chat. Hey Jeff. He says multiplayer is an easy way to gain replay value in a game, which I agree. It is a good way to get it. It keeps things rolling and keeps things fresh.
Hello, Jeff.
But
welcome to the show.
I'm just saying that, like,
with Jeff.
What? It's a good thing, yeah.
If there was a way I can just do a zoom in, I would have done that on that cheese smile that you had going on there, Phil. But I can't. But yeah, no, I agree that multiplayer is an easy way to gain replay value. But I mean, like, it's not the one thing that you want to have. At least for me, it's like to have it be the main focus on. Like Andy was saying too, is like if the story mode is good. Some people actually would continue playing the story mode just because they like how well it was, thought out, written, how it flowed.
The replay value would be measured by the elements of the game, whether it be the story, its fun factor, because like you said, Mario Brothers, the story is fairly simple, but the fun factor is so high, and the challenge of trying to beat it faster. So replayability or replay value would be determined by the different feature sets in the game, as well as the characters in the game. Because Street Fighter.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like, especially if you look at like Call of Duty and Zombies, the story mode within Call of Duty has typically been meh. But especially when you look at Zombies alone, zombie mode, that is something that has a very high replayability. So while the story may be meh, the multiplayer is the multiplayer. Zombie mode can be one of those types of additional modes that really brings about additional replayability that the other two modes just don't necessarily touch. So I can see where he's kind of going with something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got the replay factor kind of somewhat ironed out. We know what we're talking about. We know what we mean on that. Visual. It's the visual, or should we just call that the artistic point of a game? Would that, or do we really want to split it up between the visuals and the sound?
I myself have put it down as the graphics and the artistry overall, and that is a very all-encompassing term. Because and we can break down if one is much better than the other. For example, you look at Battlefield 1 is a great example of this. So while the graphics in and of themselves may not necessarily be stunning, they're extremely immersive, and combined with the sound in the game alone really brings another level of involvement into the game that I myself have really not had, especially in a first-person shooter. I really have not had that type of immersion into a game in a very, very long time.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring out, just being the artistic side of it, because it's if we try to break it down, at least in my mind, if we try to break it down into separate ones, that thing just gets longer and just becomes a hodgepodge of just mess that
it's a clusterfuck.
Makes it a little difficult. Yeah.
Well, everyone calls it graphics and sound, right, or artistic value. Why don't we be different here? Because Andy and hit on a very key element which is missing in some games: the immersion level.
Yeah.
When you're playing a game, you want to feel like you're there, like especially the horror games, right? Horror. Let me say that right.
Oh,
Horror
I
games.
thought you said horde, like in like Gears of War, the horde mode and things like that. Okay, never mind. Go
You
on.
want to be.
I heard whore like $2 on the street corner for a handy. Like that's what I heard.
That's why I had to
$2
enunciate a
for
little bit better.
handy.
Horror games. Right? Horror games.
I'm gonna take down. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I need to start doing this for every show we have. Is just have the quote of the show.
I'm okay with that.
Yes, and so far right now, Andy, you got that lead with the $2 for a handy. Please continue, Phil.
Okay, so as far as a horror game is concerned, you want to be, immersed in the environment, and the way you do that with a video game is with the sound and with the visuals, and that's what really should be graded for the game, is how well it puts you in the environment. Like one really good example would be Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Because
So Jeff in the chat, he's calling it the category immersion level, and I would agree that should be a separate category. And how well it pulls you into the game and just kind of gets you isolated in that environment, and everything that's physically around you just kind of melts away, almost like the virtual reality gaming, like that type of thing, where it just completely pulls you in and just immerses you in the environment. That would be one thing.
Yeah, because that's definitely its own factor, just because the VR is starting to grow in popularity, just because it's now becoming more accessible to your average consumer with PlayStation VR, and even now Samsung's really pushing the Samsung Gear.
Oh
VR
yeah, they are. Holy shit!
Very hard. They're pushing that one like it's going out of style. And I was just at Best Buy today, and there are not thousands, but exaggeration. There's lots of different VR headgear and whatnot that they're pushing to consumers at a relatively,
rapid
price.
pace.
Yeah, Samsung just wants to give people head. I mean, they want to give so much head that it's pretty appalling.
Going out of style. What? Don't act like you don't like it, Matthew.
Jeff says it is. They have a new model when the next phone comes out. They're talking about the new Gear VR, which
more head.
is God. I mean, like it all to me, like at least as far as VR and immersion is concerned, it's awesome. I've tried it myself. The VR, the Samsung Gear VR over at E3 it was a trip just to go on, just to do that one there.
To our grading scale, immersion, yes, for the graphics and sound, we're to go for immersion level.
Yes, so for graphics and sound, we're gonna that's gonna be it. Immersion level, how well it draws you in to make you believe that the game itself it's just more. It becomes more than that. Like in my own example would be like with Titanfall. How every time I'm playing it, I feel that I'm just I'm terrible at it, so I feel like I'm getting better more slowly. But like when you jump
to level 25 in Overwatch, which is a different subject. I'm just saying.
Completely different subject. We'll get on that later on. But that's why as well have that as part of the thing, because that's kind of I.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
I think we just getting to the point that there was a very lack of princess games and a lack of pirate games this year.
What are you talking about? There was
support for pirates and princesses. That's all.
There have been some pirate games that's come out. Probably more likely on the like mobile line, but there's been some type of pirate games. So as far as princess games are concerned, no, there hasn't been nothing like that.
But yeah, so we are looking at immersion level, replay value, Story.
official.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
story.
so here's what I've got written down so far as the rules. We've got no re-releases. That at least one of us has played the game at some point. This year was the first release in non-anniversary editions, for non-anniversary editions. The
Mhm.
replayability of the game, the graphics and artistry, which also does include sound, the story, the multiplayer, and the immersion level.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty well-defined rule base for what our Ultimate Game of the Year nominee and what eventual winner will be based on.
Can we
Yes.
put graphics and sound inside immersion levels so we don't grade it twice on the same thing?
Oh, I thought that was what the immersion was all about, or unless we are going to make that
Yeah,
as a separate
that's what I
thing.
thought as well, but what he was reading down his list, it seemed like it was a separate category. And multiplayer and replayability, I thought was going to be one thing as well, or is that going to be two separate things?
Jeff does
Well-
a shout out of Pirate Angel Princess.
Thank you, Jeffrey. You are such a good friend in pointing that out.
That actually sounds like a good game, though. Pirate Angel Princess. I'd play it.
I'd play it. Give it a shot.
You know what I'm saying? I'd play it. That sounds like
Yeah,
something that
I'd
I'd
play
play.
it.
You know what it kind of reminds me of would be like
Select your
those.
own princess.
No, like because I've seen some like top-down shooters, like the old school bullet hells. You know what I'm talking about, Phil?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
those type
yeah.
of shooters. Yeah, that just have some of the wackiest names. Like those anime top-down shooters are like that.
Oh, there's so
Or like
many
that
of
was like
those.
yeah, but I'm saying that's what Pirate Angel Princess would sound like would be. Just a top-down bullet hell shooter.
Okay, so immersion level, replayability,
Right.
story, and fun factor.
Right. We've all one of us had to have played it.
One of us had to play it. No re-releases.
No re-release. Anniversary's okay.
Anniversaries are okay. Should we just do a game of the year, or should we have like some other categories as well, like best fighter, best first person shooter? Best
Well,
action.
I think in order to expand from just Game of the Year, that more than one of us has to have at least played some of that game in another genre. For example, in sports, I haven't played any sports games this year. Well,
Phil, you've played
technically
several.
that's not true. Because Rocket League is technically a sports game because it's basically soccer in cars. But
again, that's a re-release, so it wouldn't count.
and even then, yeah, exactly, it's like that's
Yeah.
technically not even that wouldn't even be able to be considered. So.
And Phil, I know you played the NBA
Basketball.
2K16
Oh.
and 17. I think as far as I'm concerned, I haven't played any sports. No sportsing.
You don't do the sportsing.
Well, no, I take that back. I did play the FIFA because our job, like my last job, people love the FIFAs, so they got the EA Sports
Well,
FIFAs
let's take
out
a
there.
look at some categories of games that we've both played. Racing. You guys have
Racing,
both
yes.
played Forza, so you could pick a couple of racing games that were out. Like Need for Speed came out this year too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but see, the thing is with the racing genre, yes, we've played Forza, but what other racing game did we play?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at right now. That's why I'm asking. Need for Speed came out, right?
yeah, but I didn't touch that.
Play it.
I stopped playing Need for Speed after Hot Pursuit 2.
Okay, so let's take a look at some other stuff. Action game.
Oh, that's. There's been plenty I've played on that one. Aside from the Tomb Raider, clearly.
Year did you play that's an action game?
It's like the Tomb Raider Anniversary.
Yep, PS4.
No, I have the anniversary. Was it only on 4? Then what the hell did I? Oh, you know what?
I've been Rise, which was last year.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I got the Games with Gold one, so I assume that was the same thing. But technically, yes, but no at the same time.
For those wondering, Watch Dogs 2 was released not even 3 weeks ago, and it's already down to $50 at GameStop, and its overall review was 5.7.
For which one? Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs 2.
Watch
Dogs is an action game.
I haven't played Watch Dogs 2 though.
I haven't played Watch Dogs either.
Dark Souls 3.
That would be an action game. I haven't played it. Then.
I have. Still as hard as hell from the first Dark Souls.
The collection, Battleborn. They call Minecraft the story mode as an adventure game.
Yeah, it's technically a separate entity of Minecraft.
Gears 4 is listed as an action game at GameStop.
Well, they're looking at it as an action as opposed to a third-person shooter. Let me see here. Action. I'm trying to think of like
I don't think there's a single game out there that more than one of us played in any genre, minus fighting and Forza.
And Overwatch.
What do you mean, like?
And WoW.
What do you mean, like?
There aren't that many games out there that more than one of us has played.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the whole thing was at least one of us had to have played it.
Well, for Game of the Year, yeah, but for the different categories, it's like best fighter, best action game, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Jeff puts out there Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Action.
Yeah. What we could wind up doing is whatever rules we set for this year could also be applied moving forward. So since the show is just kind of coming together within the last couple of months, it's been difficult to try and have all of us coordinated with different games that were being released and stuff throughout the year.
Yep.
But with these rules being set now, what we could do is have them set with that in mind going forward for the next year, so that when the time comes at the end of the year, we can sit down and have a Game of the Year edition for sports and a Game of the Year edition for action and all of that, and have it, and everyone had the opportunity to play those games. So I think it's good to set the rules now. Even though we may not be able to do it properly for the different genres this year, it could be beneficial to the show next year and have those policies already in place.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So as far as when it comes to the genres and making sure that more than one of us has played it, I guess like that's going to be a little difficult since it's coordination and everything to get everyone going is, we all got busy lives and whatnot.
Plus, our tastes vary so widely.
Yeah.
There are very few games that would cross between the three of us that the three of us would actually enjoy.
Yeah, but I think if we're going to do a genre review of more than 3 games, I think it's important that even if we don't enjoy that genre, we go and play the game for a couple of hours so we can at least have something intelligent to say about it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but if you're grading it on fun factor and you don't find it fun at all because you're forced to play to make it fit into this category of we've all played it, then it's going to hurt your overall opinion of the game.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if we started this show last year and then I had to play, for example, Forza because everyone else played it, I'm not a very big racing fan, my overall grade for that game would be kind of low because the fun factor for me would be low. And that would be detrimental to an actual non-biased review or a brutally honest review.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I hear a Hershey's Kisses commercial in the background.
Yeah. So do I. That is not a just so you guys know, that's not a product placement or anything like that. I have no endorsements with Hershey's.
But if Hershey's wants to send us, chocolate or other stuff,
kisses,
we are not opposed to that. We don't have any problems with that. We rather enjoy Hershey, Pennsylvania, although we have not been. But yes, if you want to send us stuff, please do. We won't mind. We will plug the shit out of your shit.
Again, we're not endorsed
with your shit
by them. Just like I'm not endorsed by Nintendo to say that the Legend of Zelda.
Hey,
Breath of the Wild is
before you go out on a rant on that, we're just gonna cap that, okay?
Just gonna put a pin.
You love Zelda. You love Zelda. It's cool. We're just gonna, stuff like that.
Just gonna put a little pin on it.
Yeah.
Just put a pin. Just pin it down.
Oh, I did see the Switch It was online, and there was someone who
Yeah.
had played it because they were playing Zelda on it. And the console actually looks kind of sleek.
Oh, yeah, it looks amazing.
Looks
Hey,
like
that's another thing here.
a
Should we
shield.
have like a? Should we go with like a console of the year? I mean, like, I know it's kind of
No.
a deadly subject, but just a thought on that one there, just because
Well, I mean, part of the problem is that doesn't really work because you don't have consoles released very often, and even then, when they are, they're released directly head to head. So I mean, I don't, and then you start getting into the nuances of personal preference with the controller, the personal preferences with the additional stuff that the Xbox have that the PlayStation doesn't, with the multimedia services and being able to run your cable box through it. Like it gets really complicated in trying to do a hardware review because it starts becoming really personal.
This that goes back to one of our older podcasts we had regarding me joining the PC Master Race, which still enjoying my computer and playing PC games. So, hey, so yay.
Plus, a console is only as good as the games it gets.
That too.
True that.
Yeah, with the exclusives and all that. I mean, there's a lot of nuance in what makes a console good.
That console.
Okay, so it looks like we got ourselves a good like floor plan of how we're gonna do our own game of the year. As far as the category is concerned, we'll work more on those and we'll have more to speak on those. But I mean, like a basic a good foundation has been forged.
I think for this year we skip out on the categories and we just build criteria for next year. It's just been too soon.
I would agree.
All right, so there'll be no category to speak on, so to speak, because we're doing this near the end of the year, and so that'll be that. We'll speak on our nominees for Game of the Years next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that's where we actually start going to that, and then the following week we'll have our full out hoorah are going out.
2 weeks after that, because so this week we're going to have our Game of the Year nominations, the three games for each of us. Then we're going to take a week off for Christmas, and then we'll be back on December 30th, and then back on December 30th, Thursday, for our end of the year show before we take a couple weeks off.
Yes.
We're going to call that the Beard Show.
God damn it! Hold on. There.
Yeah, as your friend Matt, you should probably just stick with the goatee. Just yeah, there you go. See, that's so much better right there.
No, I can go. Ooh, that's so hipster.
No, just no. Goatee is good.
Goatee it is.
Just like
anyway,
that. Yeah, that was good. That was good. But I guess it really depends on how LJ feels, right?
Yeah. I don't think LJ would appreciate me growing a beard of any sort. we're apparently if anyone's not aware is watching, I got my husband in the background right here, right there, and we're just mentioning beards, and he does not approve.
You know what we can do? This is actually a fantastic idea, because there's more to Rated M for Mature than just we do, right? There's a lot of things that we do, right? How about movie of the year?
A what?
Movie of the year. There was a lot of good movies that came out this year.
There's a lot of shit movies that came out this year.
That's true too. Like, Batman vs Superman was a good movie that came out this year.
Oh my God! You're giving me a flashback of our previous,
our
old podcast
old episode that talked about yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I just want to show that there's more to Rated M for Mature than just video games. We're more than one-dimensional guys.
Yeah, there's like cake,
pizza of the year.
Oh, that's sausage and pepperoni every year.
And I'm just saying
restaurant of the year.
No, because No restaurants at different.
Socks, I believe.
Possibly.
Hanes or Fruit of Loom. I mean,
Well,
Hanes,
there's more than
me
just those.
personally, they're just comfortable.
Jeff has
Yeah.
suggested top 5 and bottom 5 movies of the year, to which I countered that would have required seeing 10 new movies this year.
Yeah, that'd have been a lot. And
That
I
would
mean,
have
I've seen my
probably.
fair share of movies, but I mean, like, not enough to be like top 5 and top.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's
Just,
why the best movie we saw this year. Kind of surmises our.
I don't know. There's still some movies that have only recently come out that I'm not sure if you guys seen. Like, I know this is just going off topic for our Game of the Year thing here, but I mean, like, stuff to talk about later on. There's been plenty of good stuff that come out that I thought were going to be absolutely garbage, turned out to be good stuff. Anyway, but that is like a topic for another podcast as far as movies are concerned on that end there. But I do agree with Phil that we are more than just games for this channel here. Granted, we haven't really done much outside of games just because,
You know,
that's all I got.
Rogue One does release on the 16th.
I'm gonna go watch it. I don't care what y'all can say. I'm gonna watch it in the theater.
Oh, I'm going to watch it as well. I was merely going to suggest that perhaps we should do an episode reviewing that.
That would be fun. I would agree with that.
I think that occasionally reviewing movies would be very advantageous.
So are you saying we should push the Friday episode next week to Sunday to give us an opportunity to watch it over the weekend that it releases? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with
We're gonna
that.
have to. We're gonna have to because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to see the Friday release.
Well, I'm gonna go shoot for a Sunday 11 o'clock showing anyway because I don't want to deal with these kids in my theater.
There you go.
A fucking
True
baby
that.
behind me kicking and screaming while the parents are going waving lightsabers and shit. Fuck that. I'm gonna go in the middle of the day when no one's there.
Granted, I'm not sure if I'll be riding solo to go see that movie or not, because the hubby is not too keen on the Star Wars franchise. he's like, nope. So
next Sunday would work. I don't have anything scheduled.
yeah,
Your father.
See, everything's playing through my headphones. No one can hear outside of these guys, so he can't hear you when you're saying that.
I know. But I want to make sure you heard me.
Hey, cake.
For those that are unaware why we keep making references to cake, dear Matthew's birthday was this past Friday.
Yes, it was.
So happy birthday, Matthew.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Feel so much younger than I did last year, even though I'm a year older.
Yeah, it helped when you shaved that horrible thing off your face and cut your hair.
What face? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're not feeling... You're just not feeling this? You didn't like it?
Dear God. Fortunately, I know how to screen cap.
Yeah. Did you screen cap that?
Bet your ass I did.
Sweet. Anyway,
Not the one from earlier.
It's all good to me. But yes, birthday was this past Friday. Didn't really do much for it. I was gonna do a stream of some sort, but I got tired.
You got dragged out of the house.
Got tired. Yeah, pretty much. I went out and did stuff. So yeah, there was no stream that night, and yeah, no. So this was pretty much it. This was it. This was it. And I think that of all things there, I think my favorite thing that I got from birthday, aside from tickets to Disneyland, woot woot, is my tin lunchbox of the Sonic the Hedgehog. Not the 06 or the current stuff, but like it's the artwork from the Sonic CD, which is by far my favorite game in the entire franchise. And I love the art style of it. So I was very pleased. What is this future art project that Jeff is talking about?
Don't worry about it.
I'm concerned.
One suggestion, and I know we have talked about this briefly, but I wanted to reiterate, is I think it would be very cool to bring a couple extra people on for our Game of the Year edition show and have a proper dialogue and discussion.
Roundtable discussion. I
A
agree.
true roundtable discussion with 4, 5, maybe 6 people, and do a proper conversation about what our Game of the Year should be, and not just like a quick 60-minute, 90-minute show. Let's get into the shit. Let's fucking do it.
Okay. We'll look into some of the people who's available for the times. I know we have some people already in mind, but I mean, like, we gotta make sure that they can make it to the show.
Well, of
But
course,
yeah.
that goes without saying.
Yeah.
And that they have a microphone and headphones.
Yeah. Preferably, that'd be great if they had at least one of those. But
well, I would hope more than one, because if you have a microphone but no headphones, then you're up a creek a little bit.
No, it just means you're using speakers, so you're going to be hearing echo.
Echo.
No. But yeah, so yeah, having some guests on the show would be, I'm all game for that, to have others to participate in our Game of the Year discussion.
Yeah, and perhaps we can even reach out to some of the original hosts, Josh and Clar, and see if they are interested in partaking. I think that would be very, very cool to get them back on.
I would love to have them back. It's been way too long since we had them on the show itself. I think it was a shame that we had to, due to, other, priorities in life. We had to,
life got
take a break. Yeah, take a break from the show. But there were more than just us three. There was actually a lot more. But life happens, and hopefully we can get them on. We'll reach out to them and see if you guys are watching right now. We want you on the show. Don't puss out on us.
Don't be a bitch.
You may want to put your mic close to your mouth, because we can.
Is this close enough, Phil?
You can get closer.
Yeah, like all up in there.
All up in there. Basically, all I'm saying is that Clara, Josh, we want you to be on the show. We'll hit you up on social medias to do a proper invite.
See what we can coordinate.
Be all cordial and stuffs. But
Cordial-nated and stuffs.
But I think that's. I think we got everything we need to get squared away for the Game of the Year show. We got a good set of rules.
Yep, good, a good solid foundation to work with.
Yeah, so I think we're good for that.
Yep. And I was gonna add that I have a fuck ton of data of video that I need to go through and edit. And now that I have a more appropriate microphone setup, and it doesn't sound like I'm speaking through a hallway into a bathroom, I can actually start doing my voiceover recordings. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to find the time to be able to do it, but I am hoping to get all of my reviews up, done, completed before our Game of the Year show, which would be for Overwatch, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2. I'm hoping that I can also get Forza, and I'm also have Watch Dogs 2, and that'll probably be the first one that I'll have up, as that one is the one that I've been most recently working on to get done.
Okay.
But I hope to have all of those done before the Game of the Year show, and then first couple weeks of January at the latest. Thank you.
But
thank you very much.
Yeah. And there'll be a lot more streams in between as well. I do a lot of them on the weekends themselves of the classic stuff. I think a lot of Mario Sunshine's been going down the last few sessions of live stream. So take a look at those. Hopefully I'll get another one done up sometime this week. I'll follow us on Twitter. I'll be putting that out there when that'll be. And I'll be starting, if you guys haven't seen already, start a new series of Super Mario Brothers 3, the classic SNES style, not SNES, but the NES style, full gameplay, no warps. It's the full thing. We're going world by world. and eventually we'll be tackling Kaizo Mario Brothers 3. I already did a live stream on that before, but it literally took me an hour just to do one level, so that's going to be just a series for the show, for the channel, as opposed to a live stream. Sorry guys, it takes so long, especially when you don't know what the hell you're doing most of the time.
How often do you know what you're doing?
Don't you sass me.
I don't care. I do what I want.
Don't you sass me in front of the internet. God damn it. Oh, that Andy.
That is me.
Phil, any final words of wisdom?
As the year winds down, you know, a lot of games have been played, a lot of things have happened. Keep in mind that to pace yourself and don't try to push yourself too hard when playing a video game. Just sit back and enjoy it. Smell the roses, you know. And this is something recent that happened to me. I got my ass
Here we go.
like for 90 minutes. I got my ass worked for real.
Here we go.
Street Fighter. I mean, it was pretty beastly, and I gave up. You know, I told the world, I'm hanging up my sticks. I'm not gonna fight anymore. But one lesson you gotta learn is no matter how many times you lose, you gotta get back up. You gotta fight some more. You know, so I'm coming out of retirement like Michael Jordan, and I'm gonna fight again. So if you're looking for a fight in Street Fighter 5, look for Phil Stop. I'll be in and out, you know, looking in battle. I have my own battle lounge set up if you want to fight me. Just come on out, give me your best, and I'll give you mine, and we'll see what's up.
Unless your name is Matt Ramirez.
Nice job.
Unless your name is Matt Ramirez, then fuck off.
Aw.
No, I actually want to fight again, you know.
Well, I'm always down. You know me.
Hey,
Yeah,
no,
that's when we
all
get
this is Rocky 2. You just need to go back to training, man. That's all this is.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you know.
You need to climb the steps in Philadelphia.
I want to go find Mick, and Mickey and I are just gonna go out there, chase some chickens, you know what I mean, pound some beef with our bare fists. You know what I'm saying? We get out there.
I'm good at pounding beef.
Before we continue forward, for all you youngsters who don't know what we're talking about, Rocky is a fictional boxer played by Sylvester Stallone, but made his career.
He is not a fictional boxer. He is real. He is as real as you and me.
Well, there was an actual Rocky boxer, but this one, as far as Sylvester Stallone, when he wrote the script for it, he didn't really base it on that. But basically, Rocky was a boxer who, did he lost a fight? Am I mistaken?
Yes, he lost to
Mr. T.
Apollo Creed.
Oh, he lost to Apollo. I thought it was Mr. T. Oh no, Mr. T was calling him out, calling him a chump.
That was also later. That was the third or fourth one, I think.
Well, Mick dies.
No, because the third one was the Russian. Yeah,
Mick dies in the second one. So if anything that references Mick, it'd be from the first one.
Okay, so it'd be first.
He loses to Apollo in the first one. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna train for real this time.
That's right.
And that leads into Rocky 2, where he has his rematch with Apollo.
And they did have a third fight. They did have a third fight that no one knows about, unless you watch Creed.
Yeah, that was a good fight, actually.
Anyway.
That one, Mr. T, was Rocky 4 from 1985.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So then,
that's where that came from. Yeah.
So the Russian was 5.
Russian, I believe Russian was 3, I think.
No, because Rocky 5 was the guy called Tommy Gunn. When Rocky trained Tommy to be more like him, and then that's when Tommy called him out as a has-been after he left Sylvester Stallone's character and became a worldwide a world famous boxer and called him out, and
Well, that
came
was-
out and kicked his ass.
So it was Russian. It was Rocky IV. So I guess Mike Tyson was the pre-fight to the Russian, or Mr. T. I mean,
Yeah, Mr.
Oh,
T
is
was
that
3.
Tyson?
you know.
Hulk Hogan was in there too.
Yeah. That was
so
weird.
Mr. Jeff has provided us a suggestion, and I am fully in favor of this, and I will even jump in and do some broadcasting for this. It has been suggested that Matt and Phil should live stream their fight.
Live stream the fight. I'm always down, but
I'm down for that.
when it comes to my side as well, I'm playing on low specs mode just because my graphics card is cheap, and I've yet to actually upgrade that.
That's fine. There are ways to get around that.
And that would be Phil's side would be the better side because you'll be doing it on console if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. I fight on the PS4. Anyone out there on
Yeah.
the PS, the PlayStation Network, or on PC wants to fight, just look for Phil stuff.
Well, I was also going
Yeah.
to suggest that we could do it here and live broadcast it to YouTube.
I'm down. Matt and I have actually been toying about opening a battle lounge where Matt and I will just hang out, and whoever wants in can come in. We'll put the password
we
to
were talking about that a
the
little bit.
RM4M Battle Lounge on one of our pages, and you can come by and sit in our fight lounge and have a good time.
Shoot the shit.
Yeah, but Matt needs a headset so we can talk shit while fighting.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I'd have to figure out how that works when it comes to this thing because my mic has been hooked up through the entire time, and it picks up the chat in through Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's picking up there, but I'm not sure if it's actually being broadcasted out, which I think I might have told to be as push button as opposed to just open broadcast. So I might need to change that.
And I didn't have a mic hooked up to my fight stick when we fought.
Which is probably better for the kids at home.
Yeah,
Actually,
so-
I didn't swear too much. You know, it was a lot of sighing. You know, a little frustration here and there.
I feel kind of bad, Phil, that I'm letting you know this now that through about like a few of those bouts there, I was on the phone talking with LJ, and he was telling me to stop being mean and let you in, and I told him I can't do that. He's like, why not? I'm like, because Phil knows me. He'll know if I'm sandbagging, and then it wouldn't be a deserved win. He wouldn't feel like he earned that fight. So I'm like, I can't do that.
I was talking with Christine about it too. And Christine was like, "No, don't ever let them win. That feels worse. Just kick their ass. It's fine. Losing is part of the game. You know, it is what it is."
Take your beating like a man.
It took short stuff to be like, "Dude, Phil, just continue playing. You'll be all right. Losing is losing."
Just quit being a bitch. Just tough it out.
Yeah, she didn't say that.
If you want to put in perspective,
I'm a little more abrasive than Christine is.
Yeah. After our fight there, I went and started playing some Street Fighter 4, the Ultra Street Fighter 4, and I went 0-19. I literally D-ranked back to 0.
We
That
got
is
admit
a
though,
step back.
when my lore was rushing your character, it was pretty epic. I was rushing you all over the place, Laura.
I couldn't do nothing about it. Not with Urian. Urian's not the kind that can handle that rush down.
Urian
Look
is
forward-
down the hall to the left. If you need to
Look
do
forward to the season 2 starting on the 20th.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I have to go buy this stupid season 2 pack.
I'm just gonna save my fight money just to buy Akuma by himself because I've yet to be fully immersed in what the next set will be, just because the silhouettes are too vague.
They're way too vague. You can't see.
This time
Some
around.
people are saying Sea Viper. And I'm like,
But,
I don't see that. They're also saying Alex. No, not Alex. Abel
Yeah,
is one of them. But I don't see that in the silhouettes either.
but Ono was saying that that the majority of them are going to be brand new, which is another thing. Like, don't do all of them brand new.
I think that's a good idea. Introduce new fighters with different mechanics. You know,
Sorry,
different
sorry,
play style.
we're going a little off on a tangent on this one there, but this was all brought up due to us doing a live stream of a rematch, so to speak.
Thanks, Jeff.
So thanks, Jeff.
I agree.
That will happen. That will happen. We'll
happen.
set a time, and we'll broadcast that one.
I don't think there'll be a camera on me then.
Oh no, there'll be no cameras, just to save my processing speed.
It's unfortunate that Matt, you aren't closer, because I would totally pull out my camera, connect it to my laptop, and just live stream just that.
Just what?
Just what my camera, just watching YouTube. Just sit there, just with my camera, just.
Not sure how that would. Actually, technically, it could. You'd have to be the hosting it on. Well, no, because then they still wouldn't be able to see it. We'll talk about that off the broadcast. We'll go into discussion of that one later.
We should have a Valentine's Day fight.
Yeah, a Valentine's Day. You want to set it for that?
I'm fucking single.
I'm sorry, I can't do
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no. We'll set something up. Like, when would be a good?
Great suggestion, Jeff. I agree. I like
yes.
Let's figure that out later. That's still going to be a ways off, because you both need time to train and to get out and drink your raw eggs and run up the steps and all the things. So that's to be figured out for later.
I prefer scrambled eggs over raw.
That's not how Rocky does it. You need to toughen up. Quit being so soft.
I'm gonna have bacon, King. Down to this raw edge.
Hey, you know what? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah,
but we're not dodging.
Like
we got it.
Okay. Me and Jumbo, they're gonna just have hard-boiled eggs, and we're just gonna eat that shit all day.
Hard-boiled eggs are pretty good.
They are.
Anyway. But anyway, that's our show for today. Look forward to more of the Game of the Year discussions in the next week and the following week. And be sure to check out our channel, check out the shows that we're doing currently. A lot of gameplay is happening. Check out the live streams on Twitch, especially that upcoming rematch fight between me and Phil Stop. That's going to be epic.
Yep.
And be sure to check out Andy's reviews of Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Titanfall.
And Overwatch, and
Overwatch.
Watch Dogs, and
you got a lot. You got a lot on your plate.
Like I said, I got 44 gigs worth of recorded data. So yeah, I have all the things.
Yeah. So look forward to all those. So with that, here we'll go with our final words. I think we already did most of that earlier, but I mean, like, this is the official ending of our episode today. Andy.
Before it was practice, but this is for real. I don't really have anything intelligent to say, so keep an eye out for our live streams as we get on later on into the year, or really to the rest of the month, which also end of the year, but kind of August. Anyway, I'm going to start doing a bit more live streaming, especially as I'm trying to get more gameplay stuff to get game reviews done. I'm going to start live streaming a bit more, and I think we'll all probably be hopefully be able to find some time when all three of us can get online and do some playing. So keep an eye out for that.
Phil, any other final words?
Log into Street Fighter 5. Look for Phil Stop. Let's fight. Let's play. Let's have a good time. I'll have
he's calling out all those challenges, everybody. So remember that Phil Stop.
I'll have my vodka, so we're okay.
And I guess am I in there? Just enjoy the game. I think we've said this on every podcast. Enjoy the game. If you don't enjoy the game, what's the point? Take a breather on occasion, and
don't be a shitter.
Don't be a shitter.
Don't be a shitter. If I catch you standing in shit, I'm gonna fucking kick you out of my goddamn group.
Calm down, LTT. Calm down. So, with that, you guys, we appreciate everyone who watched. Appreciate everybody who followed our channel, who follows us on Twitch. Till then, we'll see you guys in the next podcast.